The wealthy are not smarter than you. They are not luckier than you. They do not have access to the opportunities you do not. What they have is a set of rules they follow without exception. Rules that most people were never taught. Rules that quietly separate the people who build wealth from the people who simply wish for it. These are 10 money rules that wealthy never breaks. Rule number 1. The pay yourself first rule. Every person who has ever built lasting wealth understands one thing before anything else. You cannot build wealth with what is left over, because nothing is ever left over. The bills will always find a way to consume everything you earn if you let them go fast. The grocery run, the rent, the subscription, the lifestyle, all of it expands to fill whatever space your income provides. And at the end of the month, you are left staring at the same empty account, wondering where it all went. Here's the question that changes everything. What if the first transaction you made every single month was an investment in your own future before anyone else got a single dollar? That is the first rule. Pay yourself first, not last. Not with whatever survives. First, before rent, before bills, before groceries. Minimum of 10% moved immediately into an account that builds your future the moment your income arrives. The wealthy do not negotiate this rule. They do not skip it when times are tight. They treat it like oxygen, non-negotiable. Because the moment you stop paying yourself first, you stop building wealth and start building everyone else's. Pay yourself first. Rule number 2. The never lose money rule. Warren Buffett has 2 rules of investing. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Most people laugh at it when they first hear it, but the wealthy understand something about loss that most people do not. Losing money is not just painful, it's mathematically devastating. If you lose 50% of your investment, you do not need 50% gain to your recover. You need 100% gain just to get back to where you started. Here's the question most investors never ask before they invest. What is the minimum amount I can lose here and I can survive the loss without it destroying everything I have built? The wealthy are not reckless risk takers. They are calculated protectors. They study downside before they dream about upside. They diversify not because they are afraid, but because they understand that preservation of capital is the foundation of all wealth building. You cannot grow what you no longer have. Protect first, grow second. That order has never been wrong. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Rule number 3, the multiple streams rule. One income stream is not financial plan. It is a single point of failure. The moment that one stream dries up through layoff, a health crisis, an economic collapse, everything built on top of it collapses with it. And yet an entire generation was taught to find one good job and hold onto it for its dear life. As if loyalty to a single employer was part of financial freedom. It never was, and in today's world it never will be. Here's a question that should make every single income earner uncomfortable. If your primary source of income disappeared tomorrow morning, what will you have left with? The wealthy never rely on one stream because they understand that true financial security is not about how much one stream pays. It's about how many streams are flowing. Investment, rental income, businesses, royalties, digital assets. Each stream you add is another layer of protection and another vehicle of growth. One stream is fragile, multiple streams are unbreakable. Never depend on one single income. Make investments to create a second source. Rule number 4. The assets over liabilities rule. Robert Kiyosaki said it simply, and the world still refuses to listen. Rich people buy assets, poor people buy liabilities. Middle class people buy liabilities they think are assets. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. That car you are making payment on every month is not an asset. That designer wardrobe is not an asset. That brand new phone purchased on credit is not an asset. They are liabilities dressed up in clothes of success. Here's the question that separates well-builders from well-spenders. Look at everything you own right now. How much of it is putting money into your pocket and how much of it is quietly draining it? The wealthy obsesses over this question. Every purchase is filtered through one lens. Does this create value or consume it? Stocks that pay dividends, properties that generate rent, businesses that produce cash flow, intellectual property that earns royalties. These are assets. Everything else is a decision that needs justification. Build your asset column first. Everything else follows. Rich people acquire assets. The poor and the middle class acquire liabilities that they think are assets. Rule number 5. The long game rule. In a world obsessed with overnight success, the most powerful financial strategy available to any person is also the most boring one. Time, patience, consistency. Compound interest does not work in months, it works in decades. And most people are too impatient to let it do its job. They pull their investment at first sign of market volatility. They chase the next hot opportunity. They abandon the boring consistent strategy the moment something shiny appears. And in doing so, they rob themselves of the one thing they will have changed everything. Here's the question most impatient investors never sit with. What will your financial life look like today if you had simply stayed consistent and patient for the last 10 years without touching anything? The wealthy play a different game entirely. They plant trees they will never sit under. They make decisions whose rewards they might not see for years. They understand that the market rewards patience, more intelligence, more than time. More than any sophisticated strategy ever invented, the long game is not exciting. It is the only game that has ever consistently produced lasting wealth. The stock market is a device for transferring money from impatient to patient. Number 6. The knowledge rule. The most dangerous financial position a person can be in is not poverty, it is ignorance. Because ignorance is not the condition that creates and maintains poverty. The wealthy invest in knowledge with the same seriousness they invest in stocks and real estate. They read books, they attend seminars, they hire mentors, they study the people who have built what they want. not because they enjoy studying, but because they understand that every dollar invested in knowledge returns multiple. Here's a question most people never ask themselves. When was the last time you spent as much money on learning something that will change your financial life as you spent on something that simply entertains you? The education system gives you just enough knowledge to be employable. The wealthy give themselves enough knowledge to be unstoppable. There is a book for every problem you currently face. There is a mentor who has already solved what is keeping you stuck. There is a podcast, a cause, a community that holds the same exact answer you need. The information is not the problem. The investment in finding it is where most people draw the line. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Number 7. The tax rule. Taxes are the single largest expenses in most people's lives. Larger than rent, larger than food, larger than any other bill they pay. And yet most people spend zero time spending how to legally minimize that expenses. They simply earn and let the system take what it takes without question. The wealthy approach taxes completely differently. They structure their income, they maximize their deduction, they use legal framework that the tax code itself provides specifically for people who understand it. Here's the question that should stop you completely. How much money have you paid in taxes over your entire working life, and how much of that could have been legally retained if you had simply understood the rules? The number of most people is staggering. The wealthy do not cheat. They do not break the law. They simply do what the law explicitly allowed. And the law allows great deal for those who take time to understand it. An accountant who understands tax strategy is not an expense. They are the highest returning investment most people never make. The avoidance of taxes is the only intellectual pursuit that still carries any reward. Rule number 8. The network rule. Show me your 5 closest friends and I will show you your financial future. This is not a metaphor. It's a mathematics. The beliefs, habits, standards, and expectation of people closest to you become yours over time, whether you choose them cautiously or inherit them by proximity. A person surrounded by people who think small will eventually find reason to think small. A person by people who build will eventually find themselves building. Here's the question most people are too comfortable to answer honestly. Are the people you spend the most time with pulling you toward the financial life you want, or anchoring you to the one you are trying to live? The wealthy are ruthlessly intentional about their circle, not because they are cold or transactional, but because they understand that environment shapes destiny more than almost any other variable. One introduction to the right person can open a door that years of effort alone never could. Protect your circle, upgrade it consistently, and never underestimate the compounding effect of surrounding yourself with people who have already become who you are trying to be. You are average of 5 people you spend the most time with. Rule number 9. The discipline rule. Intelligence is common, talent is common, good intentions are extraordinarily common. What is rare, genuinely rare, is a person who does what they said they could do when they said they will do it, regardless of how they feel in that moment. Discipline is included that turns financial knowledge into financial results. Without it, every strategy is just theory. Every plan is just a wish. Every goal is just a fantasy with a deadline attached. Here's the question that separates the people who talk about wealth from the people who actually build it. How many financial commitments have you made to yourself in the last 12 months? And how many did you actually keep when it became an inconvenience to keep them? The wealthy are not more motivated than anyone else. They are more disciplined. They invest on money they do not feel like investing. They follow their budget when temptation to spend is loudest. They stay the course when the market scares everyone else out. Discipline is not a personality trait, it is a practice. And every time you keep a promise to your financial future, you make the next one slightly easier. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act but a habit. Rule number 10, the legacy rule. The wealthiest people in the history were not building for themselves alone. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford, Buffett, Gates. At some point in their journey, the question shifted from how much can I accumulate to what will I leave behind. Legacy is not just a charitable concept, it's a financial strategy. Because the moment you are wealthy becomes about something bigger than your own consumption, it unlocks a level of motivation, discipline, and long-term thinking that purely selfish wealth building never can. Here's the question that has power to reframe your entire relationship with money. When you are gone, what will the wealth you build say about what you believed and what you are valued? The wealthy build systems that outlive them. Trusts that protect their families for generations. Foundation that solves problems long after they are gone. Businesses that employ and empower long after the founder has left. Legacy thinking changes how you invest. It changes how you spend. It changes how you protect. Because you are no longer building for the weekend, you are building for century. And that shift in thinking alone produces quality of financial decision that nothing else can replicate. A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. 10 rules, 10 commitments, 10 ways the wealthy think and act. The most people are never taught and never will be unless they seek it out the way you just did it. You do not have to master all 10 tonight. Pick the one that hit hardest, the one that made you stop and thinking, the one that felt uncomfortable personally. Start there, apply it consistently, and come back for the next one.